My name is Keith Day. I am a wildlife biologist with the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources and stationed in Cedar City, Utah. Wolves were extirpated from the west in the 1920s or by the 1920s and 1930s. They were declared endangered species in the 1970s under the Endangered Species Act. A reintroduction program was established in the Rocky Mountains, and wolves were reintroduced to Yellowstone National Park and Central Idaho in 1995 and 1996. Those reintroductions have been successful. Packs have developed and they've been expanding since. The result of those successful reintroductions is the fact that wolves are now expanding throughout the Rocky Mountain West, or certainly in some areas of the Rocky Mountain West, and that does include Utah. There have been approximately 14 known cases of wolves in Utah. There have been 2 of those shot. Some of them have been trapped by trappers. But there are no known resident wolves or resident packs in Utah at this time. The state has developed a wolf management plan. The goal of that wolf management plan, well, there are several objectives of that wolf management plan. Included in that are to lead to the delisting of the animals so that the states, all the neighboring states, will have management authority over them instead of the federal government, and we won't be dealing with the Endangered Species Act restrictions or regulations when we manage these animals. We're also called by the legislature to prevent the establishment of wolf packs in that portion of the state in which wolves are currently not listed. The wolves that were reintroduced into the Yellowstone and Idaho ecosystems have been delisted directly by Congress, so they're no longer under the Endangered Species Act, as long as they stay in certain parts of the West. That includes Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho, and the very far northeast corner of Utah. That area north of Interstate 80 and east of Interstate 84, wolves are no longer considered endangered species. So the rest of the state, they are still considered endangered if they do show up. Currently, there are no known established populations of wolves in Utah. Under the state management plan, the legislature has directed the state to prevent wolf packs from establishing, while at the same time trying to help with the delisting of the wolf in the rest of the state so that states will have complete management authority. As long as wolves are in the state and they are not causing problems with livestock operators, with our management of game populations, especially ungulate populations, or with wildlife management activities or human activities in the Ute tribal properties, then wolves will be allowed to stay in the state. The management plan, when state has full responsibility, does allow for dealing with nuisance wolves, for the removal of wolves that are becoming problems for humans or that are depredating on livestock. Currently, outside of the northeast portion of the state where wolves are no longer listed, the state is just tracking wolf sightings and monitoring those. We have had sightings in several portions of the state. When wolves are found in the state outside of the delisted area, then the Division of Wildlife contacts Fish and Wildlife Service and requests that they be removed. Wolves are a wide-ranging species. They have very large home ranges, and that's what brings them into Utah. We've had wolves travel all the way across the state of Utah from the Yellowstone Pack all the way down to the Grand Canyon and then back into Utah, but almost all wolves that enter the state of Utah have left on their own. There may be some groups that want to reintroduce wolves to Utah. The division and the state as a whole are in opposition to this. We do not have any plans to reintroduce wolves to Utah. The wolves that have come to Utah have migrated here or moved here from the populations that were released to the north. The state developed a wolf management plan in 2005. It was a 2-year process. We brought representatives of various interest groups together. We did meetings around the state, public meetings around the state, and developed a management plan. That plan was approved by the Wildlife Board in 2005. It has been reapproved since then. However, the Fish and Wildlife Service has not commented on it yet. So we are still working directly with Fish and Wildlife Service, even in the delisted area when we have wolves present, and asking them to remove them. I have not. I have investigated a number of potential sightings in the southern portion of the state, and they often come to us too late to really make a call. Most of them appear to be domestic animals or coyotes, and quite a few of them we just really can't say one way or the other, but we've never found any incontrovertible evidence, at least I haven't in investigating those sightings, that they were wolves.